On today's Arizona Daily Mix, it's all about wellness in the new year, and we're learning the calming practice of forest bathing. And you ever wonder how certain sports started? We'll find out how snowboarding happened by accident as we gear up for the Winter Olympic Games. Plus, if you're embracing dry January, we've got the perfect mocktails to help you keep you on track. We've got that and a whole lot more, and it all starts right now. And good morning. Welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix. I'm Brad Perry. Thanks for joining us here on the CW7 Arizona. Teresa's out getting her zen on today. Good morning, Teresa. Oh, namaste.
Namaste, Brad. I am at Namaste Yoga. And I know a lot of people are thinking, it's the new year, it's going to be a new me, I'm going to do yoga. Well, here in Scottsdale, they've invented an entirely new type of yoga, and they're going to let me take a look. There's actually a class going on, Brad, so I don't want to be too disruptive, but you're not going to believe what it looks like in here. Ashley, the inventor, calls it cinematic yoga. Okay, you ready? Look. Come on in. You see the screen? Isn't that beautiful, Brad? It's like you're in Scottsdale, but you're also in Valhalla, Utopia. You're on an island, you're on vacation, and you're on your mat.
I love it. All right, I can't wait to learn more about this. Looks beautiful. Wow. Very cool. Okay, we'll check back with Teresa in just a little bit. As she's namaste, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna hold it. So, why am I talking soft now? I don't know why I'm talking soft. They walk in the room. All right, hey, it's that time of year again when we look back at some of the biggest cultural moments and reflect on what made 2025 unique. Teresa talked with the experts at Snapchat about digital communication trends that define the way that friends stay connected this past year and what's to come.
Good morning. I am so curious and I'm so grateful that you're here because I know you're an insider and I want to know from your perspective, what were the most surprising trends in terms of digital communication this past year?
My favorite trend from 2025 has to be that talking on the phone is back. And I know that there are claims that nobody's talking on the phone anymore, but we actually saw that voice calls were up by 30% in 2025 on Snapchat and voice notes up by 10%. It's a real return of using technology to communicate through voice, and I'm loving to see it.
Okay,
another trend that we're seeing.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, another trend that we're seeing amongst Gen Z is that they're taking the pressure off of starting a conversation, and instead of finding a big reason to reach out, like making after school plans, they're connecting through random, small, shared everyday moments, like something that they saw that was funny on the way to school, sending snaps of what they had for dinner, or even just a silly selfie. And these are all seen as ways of getting closer with one another.
Like you, I'm happy to hear that kids are calling each other or at least doing the voice notes. It feels like, okay, well, we're kind of communicating in real time and that seems better for some reason.
Yeah, no, I'm loving to see it, honestly.
What were some of the other big trends that you're seeing?
Well, I am sure as someone with teens, you've heard of 6-7 at this point. It's a little bit inescapable. And our Bitmoji 6-7 sticker quickly became our top used sticker since its launch. And we saw people using their avatars to show off the latest beauty and style trends from this year, including updating their hairstyles to slick back buns, broccoli hair, or curtain bangs, which we've seen on some celebrities this year as well.
What are your predictions for the Snapchat trends of 2026?
I think the group chat is going to be big next year. We're already seeing group communication on the rise in 2025. I'm loving my family group chat. There's so many jokes in there, and I think it's going to continue being big in 2026. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention AI and using it to create really fun and shareable content to share with friends and family. We have a lens on Snapchat. It's called the Imagine lens, and it's really easy to use. You just use the Snap camera, take a photo, and then you can type in a text prompt to transform the image. And I have friends that are using it in such fun ways for the holidays. They've been taking photos of their living room and then transforming it to make it look like Santa made an early visit and getting their kids really excited. And it's such a fun way to use this product.
That is so cute. Where can people go to learn more about their own communication insights?
You just open the Snapchat app, go to your memories, and there you'll find your personalized recap there for you. There you'll see things like your chat insights from the year, and then also some of your favorite snaps and videos that you've taken so you can relive those memories. It's really, really fun. I highly encourage everyone to check it out.
Listen, it's not intuitive to a Gen Xer like me, but I feel like I have to understand Snap because that's where my kids live.
It's such a fun product.
Well, thank you so much for everything and have a great year.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, looking to pick up a new hobby in the new year? See what you need to start cycling later in the show. But first, we're making craft mocktails to help you get through dry January. That's next here on the Arizona Daily Mix. As we move into the new year, the trend of dry January is becoming more and more popular, and here to show us how to make some non-alcoholic cocktails is Al of Barter and Shake. How are you, sir?
Good, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, why are you wearing the hat?
Well, we have three concepts in our bar. We have a train car bar, similar to this hat right here. So I'm a conductor. I'm playing conductor this morning with you. We have a Chinese apothecary, and we have a tiki bar located all in one building called Century Grand.
Yeah, right on Indian School. You got to go check it out. It's great for everybody. And what I love is that you're making it great for everyone, non-drinkers and drinkers, which is kind of cool. And the reason why we're talking is dry January.
Right.
Why is this trend becoming more and more popular?
You know, as the age of information happens, more people are knowing that, you know, maybe it's important to slow back on the drinking a little bit. The holidays are over, so you spend plenty of time with your significant other or your family or your in-laws or whatever, and now it's a time to kind of reset, unwind, and think about yourself in the age of health.
Yeah, I like that. And I love that you guys could easily go, oh no, we're ruined, we're a bar, we're done, let's just shut the doors. No, you said let's move to those people's needs. So let's talk about some of the cocktails you have.
Right, so we have a plethora of cocktails here. We have a clarified cocktail called Eliza's Hymns, a little bit of red beet, a little bit of gin, a little bit of red mango tea and citrus and pineapple. We have...
Wait.
Yes.
You said gin. I thought we were not supposed to have alcohol.
Right, and so now at Barter and Shake, we are making our own non-alcoholic spirits. We've tried all the other store-bought non-alcoholic spirits. We didn't like them, so we use our own botanicals and herbs and different ingredients. And honestly, Brad, some of these ingredients take longer to make than most of our syrups, most of our cocktails, and you know, our prep team does 2-3 days of prepping just to make them.
And it gives that taste of gin.
Right.
That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's our next one?
Our next one is called Son of a Beecher, and this one is going to be a little bit of muskrat lime or lime leaf gin. It's going to have San Pellegrino on top, pineapple, strawberry, lemon. It has this beautiful kind of color to it. And then one of our most popular, honestly, and one that is for the cocktail nerds in the world, right? It's called Death in the Afternoon. And this is our non-alcoholic absinthe base.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And so we're going to take some of this non-alcoholic bubbles here.
There we go.
We're going to open the cage very carefully.
Yes.
And in the world of fine dining, they say you want it to sound like a fart.
Right.
Right. But now we're going to pop it a little bit just to make it sound nice and fun.
Okay, go ahead. All right, there we go.
How fun is that?
That was nice.
Beautiful.
So, I like how you said, yeah, everything's non-alcoholic going here, even the bubbles, which
even
is
the bubbles.
cool.
And the best part about this cocktail is we serve it with some green fairies here.
Oh my goodness.
And absinthe being the green fairy spirit back in Europe when it was made. It serves with these. Sometimes we like to put one in there. Excuse me.
In there.
Or sometimes we like to have it on their side for our guests. Whatever our guests want, however they want to enjoy it. Right?
Okay, you're gonna make a quick one here for us.
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
What is this?
So we have Mark My Words. We have another rum and gin based cocktail here. So this is our batch where we combine it all together. It's going to be really difficult to make these at home, so I suggest you come down to Century Grand at Indian School Road and try them out.
You know, and that's what you said. It's very important because people do get upset going, well, I tried what you said at home. It's like, but it's not the same because, as you said, you guys make these all specially, literally each day for the day.
Yes.
So once that drink is gone, it's gone.
Yes.
So that's why you want to come in and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
But I love that you said you're there for everybody from, you know, the non-drinkers to the drinkers and those who are just looking for a good time. So, all right, what else did you put in there?
So we have a little bit of homemade peach puree.
Okay.
We have a little bit of lime, and then we have our batch or our alcoholic base. I have a little bit of crushed ice in here already. I already set myself up.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna do a little bit of a whip shake here, Brad.
There you go. A whip shake.
Yes.
Wow, a whip shake.
So this is going to incorporate a little bit more air into it. We have crushed ice in here, and so we are going to try to dilute the entire thing. So you hear it right now?
Yeah.
We're going to shake it until we basically almost can't hear it anymore. Right now, you're starting to hear it less, and then it's kind of in this circular motion here. You want to try it?
Wow. Listen, I'm just a shaker. I'm not a whip shaker.
Oh, I understand. I understand. A little nuance, absolutely.
So, as you're pouring that, let's remind people information's right there on the screen of Platform 18, Gray Hen, and Undertow, all in one location, Century Grand, right on Indian School. Come check them out. And again, I also recommend you trying to make reservations on the weekend because they get very busy. But weekdays is really fun.
Yeah.
To see.
Come visit us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Sunday, but Friday, Saturday.
What's the scenery on the train right now?
In December, every December, not only do we do hot cocoa for the kids, so bring your kids on in a family event, we have it changed to the Colorado Rockies, so the Silverton line. Right, from Durango to Silverton. And right now, after that, it's going to be back in New York.
All right, I like it. There you go. All right, other information is over on the CW7AZ.com.
It's called Namaste Yoga out here in North Scottsdale. It is the first of its kind, the one and the only cinematic yoga. It is so visually incredible. And if you want to start 2026 right, stay with us, Namaste Yoga, when we come back. Well, how do you know it's January? The yoga classes are full. I'm here at Namaste Yoga in North Scottsdale with Ashley. She invented what you are seeing, which is called
cinematic infrared yoga.
Okay, tell me about it.
So we added a lot of different components together to create an immersive studio. We have our overhead infrared heaters. We've got our cinematic studio, and as you can see, we can take you anywhere in the whole world while you're in a class here. We have the best teachers in the world, and it's just a really amazing, immersive Zen experience for you to try all different kinds of yoga.
Well, Ashley, I love yoga, and I feel like I've been to so many studios in the Valley, and this is the most incredible yoga studio I've ever seen.
Thank you.
It's not just the cinematic immersion that you have in here, but you have everything: mats, hair tiles, beverage station. The bathrooms are gorgeous.
It's the only VIP yoga studio of its kind. We really love to spoil people, and one of our core values is hospitality, and another is community. We really want to gather people together and make them feel like part of a family. We have a really close-knit group of people here too.
I just felt like I was on vacation because I looked over, there was a river, pebbles, a waterfall, I'm in the mountains, I'm in the woods.
And that was the inspiration for the studio in the first place. I love to travel, and I would do yoga all over the world and say, why does this feel so different than studio yoga when I'm in the jungle or beside a waterfall? The energy of the environment is such a big part of the meditative experience of yoga. So we wanted to figure out how to bring that indoors so our heaters feel like sunshine. We have humidifiers for some of our hotter classes that make it feel like a rainforest. We have the cinematic screen, and all five senses being engaged in the class is what makes you feel like you're on vacation when you're taking a yoga class here.
Well, I was just thinking, I've never been on a yoga retreat. I
come with us in July. We're going to El Salvador.
Okay, wait a second.
July
All right.
19th, we're going to El Salvador. Come with us. It's going to be amazing.
You know what? Ask and I shall receive.
Yay, great.
because
That'll be so fun.
I was just going to say you can go on a yoga retreat without your passport because
Yes.
you're just in this room
Right.
and you're transported because since we've been standing here, there's been a desert, there's been a mountain. I'm on the side of a cliff right now.
I know.
I'm on a waterfall. What is that,
Anywhere in the
Niagara?
world, anywhere you want to be, you can do it here.
And I just want to say that all of your students have been so generous to let us crash their class this morning.
I know. It's not the most Zen class we've ever offered, that's for sure, but we have a lot of our regular customers that are here every day that are just so happy to support our community any way that they can, so they kind of rallied around us. We scared a few off. We have a couple more empty spots than we usually would.
Should we try and follow along
Sure.
as we talk? Is that
Sure,
possible?
I think we could try.
I feel like we know it bears repeating. What are the benefits of yoga and especially in the infrared?
Well, the infrared gives us increased flexibility, detoxification. It's good for our immune system. There's tons of amazing benefits to the infrared.
This is hard.
It is. It's hard to talk and yoga at the same time.
And this, you do hour-long classes, right?
Yes, we have 45-minute express. Thank you, Nikki. We have a 45-minute express at 6 a.m. and noon. And we have one 75-minute class on the weekends, but everything else is 60 minutes.
And you have a lot of events. For example, Super Bowl party.
Yes, we do sound baths. We just had Bhante Sujatha, the loving kindness monk, here this weekend. We have a silent disco party. We do a wide variety of different styles and types of events.
Okay, well now we can truly focus because
Okay.
we're going to wrap it up here. If you want to check this out, Namaste Yoga in North Scottsdale, come meet Ashley and all of her incredible teachers. Ashley, what's the best way to find you and book a class?
NamasteYoga.com.
Thank you so much, and thank you students for having us.
Coming up, snowboarding has been around for decades, but how did we go from skiing on 2 skis to 1? We'll find out next. Welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. There is still so much more to come on the show. Okay, snowboarding made its Olympic debut during the 1998 Winter Olympics in Nagano, and the United States has dominated, winning 35 medals, more than double the next best nation. Now, did you know the first snowboard wasn't invented until 1965, and it wasn't called a snowboard? Jack Dole has the story.
It was Christmas Day 1965, and the Poppin' Girls had a little too much energy.
We lived in a tiny house on Beach Street in Michigan, and we're jumping all over the walls. And I remember my mom saying, please get these kids out of the house. I need some downtime."
Nancy Poppin was pregnant with her third child, so Sherm took them out to play. But first, he created something they could play with.
I just made a toy for the kids to play on in all the snow we had that Christmas Day.
I was bored with saucers and sleds because you just sit on them and don't do anything. I mean, they weren't scary.
Wendy was an avid skier, so her father took her skis and bolted them together so she could slide down the hill standing up.
I take pride in myself, actually, for not losing my when he took my favorite skis and nailed them together, because I lived for skiing.
Her father was quickly forgiven when Wendy saw how much fun his creation was. Later, when Nancy saw her daughters surfing on the snow, she came up with the name.
The story goes that she yelled out, the door and said, "Hey, you should call that snurfing."
By Christmas of 1966, Sherm paired up with Brunswick, and Snurfers became a popular Christmas gift. 60 years later, there's a statue of him in downtown Muskegon. The girl with the pigtails, that's his daughter Wendy.
Every now and then someone comes up and goes, "Whoa, man, I can't believe you're dead." And to me, it kind of just feels like a dream. It feels like it's just, what, your dad didn't invent something like that? I mean, it's like, it's like whatever.
Sherman Poppin is also in the U.S. Ski and Snowboarding Hall of Fame in Ishpeming. He's known as the godfather of snowboarding.
To think that someone in my home state had this great idea to slide sideways when everyone was going straight. Break the mold, do something different. It's so cool, man. He was a rebel.
Nick Baumgartner is one of the athletes who have benefited most from Poppin's idea. He's a gold medal winning snowboard cross racer, and the Milan Cortina Games will be his 5th Olympics.
He changed the world, and he gave me a sport that completely changed my life. Without people like that revolutionize things and invent things and use their creativity for good, I might just be pouring concrete. But here I am, traveling the world on a snowboard because of Sherman Poppin.
I doubt Sherm could have envisioned athletes doing the things they do on snowboards today, but as he told Wood TV during the Sochi Games in 2014, he knew he had created something special right away.
It was so much fun, particularly in deep snow, that we'd crack a pop and talk about it and say, this is too much fun. Someday it's going to be in the Olympics. I'm just glad so many people are having such a good time. Certainly solved my problem on Christmas Day, 1965.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by The Bike Shop. The weather's getting nice out, so it's time to hop on a bike, and why not let The Bike Shop help you out here in the Queen Creek area. So how are you, Joe?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So, all right, let's talk about The Bike Shop. How long have you guys been around?
10 years. So actually, next month will be 10 years exactly.
Yeah, what made you want to start a bike shop?
I've been riding and racing bikes since I was 10. And bikes are, they're timeless. They're great for the community, great for everything. I just love bikes. I love everything about them. They're fun. And, I was in a different career for 22 years and decided to open up a bike shop 10 years ago.
I like this. And like you're doing something that you love. And what I love, too, is that you carry all types of bikes, don't you?
We do. Absolutely. We have everything from kids' bikes, cruisers, mountain bikes. Electric bikes have really gotten quite popular. Giant's our main brand, but we do carry others. But yeah, we carry anything.
Let's talk about repairing bikes, because that's also what we're starting to see people do too, kind of like get their bikes back out, but they dust them off and might need some help.
That's exactly right. We're actually seeing a big uptick in repairs right now. The weather's getting nice. You see that 10-day forecast out there. Weather's coming around. Well, we know for Arizona, so everybody's pulling their bikes out, dusting them off, and we'll work on anything. We will work on any bike that you have. And just be a little patient with us as we're kind of busy, but yeah, we love to have the business.
Okay, supplies. That's one thing you guys also make sure. Maybe you've already got your bike moving, but you might need to do a little, update it on it a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So, there's all kinds of stuff and parts and accessories that we carry for anything, and we can order anything that you need, but yeah, we'll just work with anybody. We'll give you quotes when you come in, and we'll just work with anything you have.
I like that. There it is. It's The Bike Shop in Queen Creek. Tell them where they can find you.
We're at Power and Rittenhouse. The address is 7215 South Power Road. We're right on the border of Gilbert and Queen Creek along Power Road.
There it is. They're ready for you to roll. The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by The Bike Shop. All right, coming up. Do you ever wonder why some diets stick and others are doomed from the start? Find out why before you pick out one for the next year. That's next on the Arizona Daily Mix.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of Virta Health by A1 Broadcast.
Millions of people will try to lose weight this month, but many will find themselves stuck in the same dieting cycle. A leading dietitian says the issue isn't willpower, it's metabolism. Teresa recently talked with registered dietitian Teresa Link about how metabolic approach can make weight loss simpler and more sustainable.
Good morning. We're so happy to have you. I feel like every January, everyone's on a diet, even though it's been widely proliferated that most diets fail and that we should be thinking in terms of metabolic health. But what is that exactly, and why is it so important?
Yes, so your metabolism is the foundation for pretty much all of your body processes. So it impacts your mood, it impacts your energy, your weight, and your hormones. if it's not working properly, your body struggles to use food for fuel. And that causes constant cravings, energy crashes, weight gain. But if you improve how your body uses food for fuel, you improve your metabolic health overall. And this then improves cravings, energy levels, and even conditions like type 2 diabetes without extreme dieting. This makes healthy eating feel easier and a lot more natural.
So how can we think differently about managing our weight in 2026 with this metabolic health in mind?
So the first thing you want to do is get out of that new year, new diet trap. And instead, let's flip the script. So it's not about counting calories. It's not about willpower. It's about supporting your metabolism. So you'll find that losing weight is a lot easier and a lot more sustainable if you're eating delicious foods that work with your body rather than against your body. So it's really this shift from punishment to empowerment.
So in terms of traditional diets, everything from keto to a commercial diet where, you buy the food to like a Weight Watchers or something, why do those tend to fail?
Yeah, they tend to fail because they are based on reducing calories to this feeling of being hungry all the time. And they're really not focused on addressing the metabolic dysfunction, which is the root of the problem. So once the diet ends, because it usually does, nobody wants to be hungry for that long, right? The weight comes back. And this cycle can be so frustrating. So Verda's method is backed by science. It focuses on changing how your body actually uses energy from food. So weight loss becomes a lot easier to achieve and maintain.
So what is a metabolic approach to weight loss?
A metabolic approach to weight loss is where we look at how your body processes food for fuel, not just how much you're eating. So it helps your body run more efficiently by burning fat for fuel, which then stabilizes your blood sugar as well. So a metabolic approach to wellness supports your long-term health, not just your short-term goals.
I think we'd all love any practical tips to help.
I have tons of practical tips. The most important one to improve your metabolism is to reduce your intake of dietary carbohydrates. So foods like bread, pasta, cereal, even healthy carbs like beans and whole grains, they can spike your blood sugar and your insulin levels. And this is really stressful on your metabolism, especially over time. We recommend building your plate around protein, healthy fats, non-starchy, colorful vegetables. This supports fat burning, better energy, and steadier blood sugar. So just start simple, like a side salad instead of fries, or wrapping your burger in a lettuce wrap instead of a bun. These small changes can really make a big difference over time.
Well, before we let you go, where can we go for more information?
You can visit verdahealth.com/TV.
Thank you. You're trying to take my buns, but you know what? You're right. The lettuce is better.
You can do it.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Verda Health by A1 Broadcast.
Coming up, see where to go for New York-style deli sandwiches right here in the Valley.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Bush's Beans.
It's bowl season, and what do you get when you combine college football, in this case, the battle between the University of Louisville and the University of Toledo, with the hilarious actor and my hero, Keegan-Michael Key, and absolutely a spectacular thing of beans. I guess one word, fun.
Bush's Beans made history with the first ever Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans, the only college football game to end in beans, not bowl. The first 2,000 fans who brought a can of Bush's Beans to the game on December 23rd followed a path leading to the Spirit of Givington. Once inside, they traded their can for free entry. These lucky fans took their seats in the MV Beans section near the end zone, and every can was donated to support local families in need. Actor and maestro Keegan-Michael Key says beans and football make a great game day pair.
there's this kind of warm family traditional feeling about this particular company, about Bush's, and it's part of why they wanted to identify themselves with a bowl game, because it's another very traditional warm thing, I mean, especially in December, right? So I just thought it was really something a little different, that they went above and beyond in regard to branding and being a sponsor. One of the greatest aspects of today is that the first 2,000 fans to come through the door, they can use a can of beans from Bush's as their ticket at any product at all. But what I love is that then all of those cans are going to be donated to families in need, especially during the holiday season when I think it's a little more pronounced. And that was something that really I was attracted to as well. I think it's really a lovely gesture.
Fans also enjoyed a pregame bean bash featuring a cannonball-ready bean ball pit and the iconic Bush's Camper RV, parked in a tailgate zone styled like an oversized dinner placemat. During the game, fans sported Bush's Beans All Over bucket hats, turning the stadium into a literal bowl of beans. And waiting for the victor, in this case the Louisville Cardinals, a trophy full of slow-simmered baked beans to be shared in celebration. Get more information, buy your own bean-filled game day merchandise, and find delicious recipes online at bushesbeans.com.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Bush's Beans.
There is a taste of New York in the Esplanade, in the Biltmore area, and it's thanks to Ricky and his team, and it's called the Little Pickle. But let's talk about how it came about, because it was a pop-up first, and now it's a full-fledged deli.
It's all grown up. It grew up.
It grew up.
About a year and a half, I don't know, 2 years ago, we had a different space here at the Esplanade, as you know, you visited. But we always knew it was going to be temporary because the Esplanade was sold to new ownership. New ownership were going to remodel the entire property, which they have since done. But in that time, it blew up. It was crazy. And then the Esplanade said, you have to reopen it. We'll find a place for you.
And there it is.
And that's how the conversation began.
I like it. And I love that you know New York food because you are a New Yorker, and you brought the decor in here too. That's one thing you said that was so important when you've gone around to pretty much other delis. You wanted to have that New York deli feel.
Yeah, so there's like a couple different versions of that, right? So obviously, if you think of a typical, I don't know, deli, even a New York Jewish deli, it's a lot of white subway tile, a lot of, you know, the case with the meats and the fish and the whole thing. And I don't know, I didn't feel like we needed to lean that direction because I think it becomes almost like a caricature of it. Like we're trying to be what everybody thinks a deli should be. And so we decided to just design this a little more, I don't know, like less deli-ish. And so all of the art and all of the things that we've put up on the walls here are, you know, places that are important to us.
I like it. All right, before we get to the food, I got to get to the wall over here because it's an important wall here.
The wallpaper is the art of a very famous New York pop artist, Keith Haring. He would just do art on subway walls in the subway. And we even put a little plaque on the wall so that people can see, like in a museum or a gallery, like who's the artist, and we put that up there so maybe people will learn about him.
All right, well, we're ready to learn about the food here because you will not go hungry at this place. All right, let's start down there, a little breakfast. What do we have going on?
Well, we have the classic egg and cheese sandwich. It is a New York staple. Every person who's ever in a hurry to work, that is their sandwich. You can put bacon on it, pastrami, but it's a classic. Moving over to our bagels, we have New York style hand roll bagels here. And that is our Works bagel, which is an everything bagel with cream cheese salmon, our smoked salmon, that I actually make myself.
What?
Tomatoes, onions, and capers. It's our Works bagel.
Just like it says on the mug. Okay, let's move to lunch.
The number one thing that we sold when we had popped up before was our pastrami. Everything was pastrami, pastrami, a little pickle. So that is our Reuben, a classic sandwich, which is our hand-carved pastrami, which again, we're cutting ourselves, with Thousand Island dressing, sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese, melted Swiss cheese on grilled rye bread.
Nice. Okay. And I like the turkey you have over there. And this is what's really cool. Yeah, you actually smoke this turkey yourself.
Well, we roast the turkey. I personally am not a huge deli turkey guy. You get the big thing and they slice it. I'm like, why can't we have real turkey? So we make turkey every day and we hand slice it and then we keep it nice and warm, in the juices.
All right, and I gotta brag about this one here. This is the egg sandwich. The best. This should be my name on there. Why can't I get my name?
So the egg salad sandwich was really the unspoken hero. It was the poor little guy trying. And one day I said, hey, don't forget about this egg salad sandwich. Suddenly it became the #2 sandwich. It just, people discovered it and said, yes, that is the best egg salad I've ever had.
Also, the other one is your...
a chicken salad sandwich. We're using Bell & Evans, super high quality, organic chicken breast. And then again, really simple, but it's a good chicken salad sandwich.
Let's talk really quick. This is part of a New York Jewish deli.
Yeah.
And that is the...
potato pancakes, otherwise known as latkes. And this is also available at lunch. You can get fries, you can get potato chips with your sandwiches, but you can also get the latkes. And the latkes are served with applesauce and sour cream.
I love it.
We also have some pastries that you can grab. These are traditional rugula. Don't ask. I don't think that I could even get into it. But we have rugula, we have babka, again, really fun. We're trying to have fun. We're not trying to convert you to Judaism. We're just trying to have some fun, We're the little pickle. There you go, buddy.
All right. It's the little pickle. It's in Hespinat. Hours are 8 to 2. They also do catering. You got to check them out and tell them where they can get more information.
They can get information on our website, littlepickleaz.com. You can also order from our website, which we suggest because it gets a little busy. So if you get a little pre-order in, it's waiting for you. Boom, no problems. You can check us out on Instagram, also littlepickleaz.
I like it. Also, you can head over to the CW7AZ.com to find out more information. Coming up, Teresa's on the ultimate path to Zen today as she learns the art of forest bathing when the mix returns after this.
So, welcome everyone. I will be giving a series of invitations, and they are invitations, they're not assignments. So if the way that I give an invitation isn't quite working for you, if you find yourself tensing up and trying to do it just right, let that go. Modify it quietly for however it'll work for you so that you can really just relax. So this first series of invitations we'll just do standing right here in this place. Let's start for a moment by just arriving here and look around at the place we're in now.
Amos Clifford, you literally wrote the book on forest bathing, and I'm so excited to talk to you about it because it's something I've always been interested. I've always wanted to try. For folks who've never heard of it, how would you define it?
Well, it's a practice of just coming out into a beautiful natural area, if you have one nearby, and relaxing, leaving the cell phone behind, and just sitting in the sensory immersion, noticing what is it that you're seeing? What are you feeling on your skin? You feel that right now? You feel that forest right now?
Yeah.
Noticing what about that is pleasurable. And so we work with all the senses when we're doing forest bathing. We don't go far. If I guide a 3-hour walk, we'll go maybe a quarter mile. So it's very relaxed. It's much more about being here than it is about getting somewhere else, getting there.
It's more about being fully at point A than getting to point B. But there have actually been some studies as to the benefits, health benefits of forest bathing.
Yes.
And we're talking about actual scientific results that suggest that your immune system is bolstered just by being out here bathing in the woods.
Yes, there are many researchers all around the world now who are picking this up and doing a lot of studies that are now exploring new domains of the benefits. But in the early research, some of the things that were established is that our immune functioning would improve largely as a result of resetting our nervous systems, getting away from the stressors that kind of unbalance our nervous systems, coming out here into this very natural, relaxed area where our bodies know what to do here, just how to heal themselves. And so there's quite a big literature now on the benefits, and some of the things that are happening now that in the research that I like seeing are studies with specific groups. So for example, one of the guides that we trained recently is a teacher at Harvard Medical School. She's been taking physicians in training out on forest bathing, and they report this really helps us with the stress of this educational regimen that we're in.
The forest doesn't charge you a copay.
Well, it doesn't. Not yet. And I like, when I go forest bathing, I like spending time with trees, and I'll talk to trees and listen to them. And you know what about trees? They're not judgmental. They're not making a diagnosis. They're not billing by the hour. And they're about the best listeners around that I know.
You've suggested that this is not meditating. You don't go into the woods and tell yourself, you gotta get Zen right now. You gotta meditate, you gotta clear your mind of thoughts. It's not that.
Meditation happens naturally. When we try to make it happen, often we create barriers to its natural appearance. So what I do when I guide is I don't suggest to people that we're going to meditate or be mindful, because trying to make that happen can get in the way. But watch, it's going to happen naturally. You're going to, without needing to name it or think about it, you will naturally come into a state of increased calm, increased focus, less of the monkey mind activity in the brain. Like most guides I know, when we guide an experience like this, we feel a lot of benefit from it ourselves. And I notice, for me, I feel more relaxed and a greater sense of joy than I did at the beginning, and also happy to meet new friends, Teresa and Ian, who joined us for the walk, and then this team of people from the Association of Nature and Forest Therapy who work here at our Prescott office. So I just feel gratitude for all.
And thank you. Thank you from the Northern Arizona Daily Mix for letting us crash your forest bath.
Want to know what's airing tonight on the CW7 Arizona? It all kicks off with Family Feud and The Big Bang Theory. Then it's our action-packed CW primetime with the next generation of WWE Wrestling. That's WWE NXT at 7. Then finish off the night with some more Big Bang Theory and some back-to-back episodes of that boy genius, Young Sheldon. Tune in tonight, starting at 4 o'clock. Thanks for joining us today. Tomorrow we'll be getting an exclusive look at some of the new tech coming out of the CES in Vegas. Plus, we'll get a preview of the movies at the upcoming Chandler Film Festival, which my son is a part of this year. Yay! And they say don't get a puppy for Christmas, but what about for the new year? We'll find out why. It may be a good idea. All right, for more information on what we talked about during the show, head on over to the CW7AZ.com. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Content segments on the Arizona Daily Mix were paid for by The Bike Shop, A1 Broadcast, Verta Health, and Bush's Beans.